explainhelp.co.uk. Hello and welcome to another explainhelp.co.uk video. This video is part of a series of videos on the flight management computer for the Toliss Airbus A319. So this video is to show you how to program a basic flight plan into the Toliss Airbus A319. The previous videos on here have shown you how to align the IRS for use on the FMC, how to set up the init page to enter the flight departure point and destination point, how to set up a basic SID. So now let's have a look at how you create a flight plan, and we'll also activate the flight plan and we will fly it up to our point. So we are back in the Toliss Airbus A319, and as you can see, if we look on here, the SID, as for the previous video, has already been set up. When we take off from Bristol, we're going to fly out to the northwest over to the Brecon VOR. So when we get to the Brecon VOR in the current state, what will happen is, if we were to execute this flight plan, we'd simply get to here and then the aircraft would just simply continue flying. It wouldn't go anywhere, it would just continue northwest. So what we want to do is we want to create a flight plan so that the aircraft will fly a designated plan for us, so that we can go and make a cup of coffee and have something to eat and then come back and land the aircraft maybe. So what you want to do to create the flight plan, on your FMC, click on flight plan, which you're already on, click on your arrow down here, and what that arrow will do is that will allow you to scroll through the flight plan. Okay, this is useful when you're looking at the different waypoints that you've got on the system and when you want to enter things. So let's scroll through the flight plan, and we come up to our last waypoint, which is Brecon, which is this one here. So now what we want to do is we now want to continue adding waypoints to this particular plan. So to do it, what you've got to do is you want to click on Brecon, and then you want to click on Airways. What this does now is this now gives us a input screen where you can put airways and waypoints. Airways go in the left column, waypoints go in the right column. So again, get Navigraph up or whatever you use to plot your course. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly from Brecon. I'm going to fly to Bristol to Leeds, Bradford. They've just released their orbit scenery, and I got that the other day. So let's fly up towards Leeds, Bradford. Remember, this video is only for how to show you how to program a flight plan. The next video will be able to show you how to actually add a star, which is a standard arrival route into Bradford. So in this video, let's crack on with the flight plan. So what we're going to do first of all is we are going to we'll be arriving at Brecon. From there Brecon, we then want to continue north, so we're going to type in, using the scratch pad down here, N864. N864 is an airway on the which goes from Exmoor, Berryhead down in Devon, right up to right up quite way up north. I don't know if it goes all the way north, but it goes up towards Liverpool way. So N864, which is there, click via, and what that will do is that will load that airway into this column here. So what you're going to do now, we know that our standard instrument departure is going to bring us to Brecon. So now what we want to do is we want to track all the way north. Now what you could do is on Navigraph you could, let's just bring Navigraph over a minute. No, it's not going to show up. Okay, so what you could do is you could put all the waypoints in on Navigraph on that particular airway. But what I'm going to do is I am going to just simply put in, I'm just going to put a couple. So I'm going to put on here Knighton. So we are going to follow the airway of N864 up to Knighton, N-I-T-O-N. And what you do straight away, you'll notice now that the airway has just been extended, look. See? So the next one we're going to put in is we're going to put Monty. Again, N864 on here. And then we're going to put Monty, which is a waypoint continuing north. There we go. If you look on the flight plan, you can now see that Monty is now being added to it. And what we're going to do is we are going to we're now going to change the route. Let's see if I can do this. We're now going to change the route and we're going to fly northeast. We're going to try this. UP16. Okay, and we're going to take that to Knockin. Half the fun of creating flight plans is trying all different routes, seeing where stuff takes you. So we've got Knockin. Then we will take Upper Papa 17, which is another airway. Upper Papa 17, let's put that in. And we're going to take that one up to where is that to? We're going to take that up to Pole Hill. Now Pole Hill is a VOR. Okay, it's not a, it's kind of a waypoint, but it's more. Waypoints are 5 letter abbreviations, which basically are, I believe, longitudes and latitudes. In the early days of the IRS, back before, sorry, I think it was the inertial navigation system, where the pilots put in the longitude and latitude. If I remember correctly, this is how it's now done. Whereas you don't type in longitude and latitude, you type in the 5-letter abbreviation, and that's your longitude and latitude, so to speak. So we're now going to route to Pole Hill, so P-O-L. Okay, good, that gives us Pole Hill. Now, what that means now, when you get to Pole Hill, after Pole Hill, just to the northeast of Pole Hill, you've actually got Leeds Bradford. But we're not going to worry about that at the moment. This is the airway. So, what we've done, let's just go back over it again. What we've done is our standard instrument departure takes us to Brecon. And then from Brecon, we are then going to fly via November 864 to Knighton, continue on November 864 to Monty. Then we're going to change to Upper Papa 16, flying northeast to Knockin, and then Upper Papa 17, continuing to Pole Hill. Okay. So what you would now do at this point is you would then hit return, which takes you back to the previous page. Okay. Then what you would do is, again, you would look through the. If you click on the up arrow, what that does is that takes you down through your flight plan. Okay, hitting the down arrow takes you back up the flight plan. Hitting the up arrow takes you down the flight plan, if that makes sense. And all you're doing is you're looking down it and making sure you've got all your waypoints in there. There we are. So there's all of our waypoints in there. And that is how you create a basic flight plan. And when we take off, that flight plan will be followed by the flight management computer, and you can go off and make a coffee or whatever you want to do. Okay, so the next video is to show you how to create a standard arrival route into the destination. So thanks for watching.